Here at Medium.com, we have an article by Renee Rose entitled The Theory of the Prison Planet. Now, this is in response to a request or suggestion by Verpine, who wants to know, are we living on a prison planet? And Ms. Rose begins, if Earth is not home, where is? From the moment that humans were able to think and ponder, we have wondered about our origin. From where do we come? Why are we here? A new theory seeks to answer that very question, the theory of the prison planet. As science has developed, new theories have popped up left and right, seeking to answer the ultimate question of the origins of mankind. While nearly every culture on the face of the planet has sought to explain our presence on Earth, science has taken the reins in recent years to develop a possible hypothesis. With this, we get theories such as the ever-popular simulation hypothesis. What if we do live inside a simulation? But recently, the theory of the prison planet has begun to gain traction. Developed by American ecologist Dr. Ellis Silver, the prison planet theory states that the origin of humankind is not found here on Earth, but elsewhere. Silver contends that we are not an ordinary evolutionary product of this world, but rather visitors that found ourselves on Earth relatively recently on the geographical timescale. Silver goes on to argue that we may have come to Earth anywhere between tens of thousands of years ago to hundreds of thousands of years, before breeding with earlier developed species such as the Neanderthals, causing us to become the hybrid species we know as humanity today. If you're anything like me, says the author, this theory seems a bit far-fetched, but it should be noted that while Silver's theory sounds crazy, he is anything but a madman. Rather than being the usual tinfoil hat-wearing enthusiast, Silver is a respected scientist. He even has evidence to back up his claims. Silver is more than willing to present his findings regarding the prison planet theory. According to him, it all starts with the fact that we as a species really do not belong here on Earth. He acknowledges that humans are unlike any other species found on Earth in terms of both mental capacity and intelligence. There is, in fact, no species on Earth that can contend with humankind's ability to create, philosophize, and advance in technology. And that's not Silver's only argument to suggest that we originated elsewhere in the universe. He also states that humans possess many physiological characteristics, suggesting we did not originally develop here. In fact, he lists a variety of differences between us and nearly every other life form found on Earth. According to Silver, these differences can be observed as early on as the beginning of our lives. For example, Silver says the fact that human mothers experience both complications and pain during natural childbirth that is not witnessed elsewhere in the animal kingdom. While it can be argued that many of these complications may be due to the size of a human baby's head, Silver argues that there is no basis for this to be normal, if this is a result of evolutionary progression. Silver also argues that human babies are virtually helpless for years after birth. For years after birth, developing excruciatingly slow when compared to the rest of the animal kingdom. Within the animal kingdom, rather, it is the norm for babies to become fairly self-sufficient in a rapid amount of time. Well, this may seem like enough to make you raise an eyebrow. There's still much more he has to say. Silver goes on to note that as humans age, we display certain anomalous traits that we do not share with other members of the animal kingdom. He cites the fact that we are extraordinarily prone to developing chronic illnesses, that we are weak to the impact of the sun. We are the only species that experiences sunburn. and that the range of frequencies we can hear is relatively low compared to the rest of the animal kingdom. Silver even goes on to cite the reason that humans are so prone to back issues as being the gravitational difference between Earth and our original home world. While there are a number of other interesting differences between the human race and the majority of animals that Silver goes on to highlight, it seems that he is of the opinion that our bodies are not well suited for earthly environment. He says, quote, "My thesis proposes that mankind did not evolve from that particular strain of life, native Earth organisms, but evolved elsewhere and was transported to Earth between 60,000 and 200,000 years ago. Mankind is supposedly the most highly developed species on the planet, yet is surprisingly unsuited and ill-equipped for Earth's environment, harmed by sunlight, a strong dislike for naturally occurring foods, ridiculously high rates of chronic disease, and more. This suggests, to Silver at least, that mankind may have evolved on a different planet, and we may have been brought here as a highly developed species. The Earth meets approximately our needs as a species, but perhaps not as strongly as whoever brought us here.